I'm going to bring you along and show you how I make my morning smoothies for the week to come for work. So I typically make 4 at a time, and then Thursday night I'll make Friday's smoothie. So these, I'll bring you along, and as I do it, I'll show the ingredients I put in. So in each canister here, there are goji berries, which I've already added. To each canister, I'm going to add ginger. I previously blend it up in the food processor and freeze it. That's why I do it. It's just so easy. So I'm going to add ginger to each canister here. When I do that, I add 2 garlic cloves into each canister. Don't mind my dishwasher. There we go. I then will add, arugula. So here I have arugula, and I also have in that bag, I have blueberries. So I'm going to bring you back after I've added the arugula and blueberries, because it's just so hard to do this with one hand. I've added the arugula and the frozen blueberries, and what's happening now is I'm pouring kefir into each canister. So now I'm going to put some dry ingredients into each of the 4 canisters. I will put in, we'll start with turmeric. Chia seeds. Now, some of the ingredients I don't use every day. So I'm going to, use chia seeds on a couple of the days. All right. And I'm going to use hemp hearts on the opposite days. Really, you know what? When it goes in the fridge, it doesn't matter what order it's in. I'm just alternating. Okay. So some days I'll use cocoa powder. I know cacao powder is better, but anyway, whatever. This is what I have right now. And some days I use carob powder. Every day I use flaxseed. Every day I use a bit of cinnamon, just a little bit in each one. And every day I use dried kale. This came from my garden allotment. Well, it's a combination of dried kale and dried collard greens, which I grow. I'm ready to grow more this year. And the final one. There. Okay, so I'm going to stop here. What I'm going to do now, which I need 2 hands to do, is put honey into each one. Sometimes I use molasses. This week I'm not using molasses. So once that's done, I'm going to put the cap on, put it in the fridge, and bring you back. So, I forgot to tell you that I do put kimchi in my smoothie. I will often put purple sauerkraut as well. However, I've just had to make a new batch and it's currently fermenting, so I don't have any to use right now. What I'll do is I'll cap this up, I'll put the lids on, and I will blend it in the Ninja as is in the morning. Once it's blended, because there are fill lines with these things, if you add everything in, my method is if I add everything in, it's just going to all come out when it's blending. So I typically just blend this much at once. It's very thick. And then to that, I will add water kefir that I've made, beet kvass, and kombucha. I'll give it a stir, and then it'll be ready to drink.